Und damit hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Ja, Freunde, wir machen da weiter, wo wir in der letzten Folge aufgehört haben, dass wir zu Ichiban in die Wohnung gehen, damit Sawashiro endlich auspackt. Und ja, wir gehen direkt hoch. Aber ich würde vorher erstmal kurz speichern, fällt mir gerade ein. Ja, genau. Weil zuletzt habe ich im Dungeon gespeichert. Oh, warte mal. Ah, nee, Playlist, nee, brauche ich nicht.
Picture perfect.
Picture perfect. So, ich glaube aber nicht, dass ich alles schaffen werde, aber mal gucken.
So, Shiro, you should see yourself right now.
I'd appreciate you sticking to the point. I'm not man of time, you know. All right. But first, we need to know where you stand. Who is Ebina to you?
The visionary responsible for the Second Great Dissolution. And a man after Masumi Arakawa's own heart.
We thought the same at first. But in light of his recent behavior, I'm sure you've noticed something's up by now.
Yeah. The Second Dissolution's just a smokescreen. A shiny ad to pull in fresh recruits. But I found that out too late. After sending Ichi to Hawaii.
Gee, isn't the timing convenient?
It does sound that way. But if it was a lie, I'd expect something a bit more convincing.
He has a point. Look at that. Your slimy reputation precedes you. And it's in your favor.
Let's talk about Kasuga in Hawaii. He's there to lure out Akane-san, isn't he? And it was Ebina who proposed that. Likely to curry favor with Bryce. Sound right?
Right on the money.
If that's the case, why are you still working with him? You had to have known. The hell Akane-san's going through, dodging death at every turn. Isn't she the woman your boss loved?
Yeah, but don't forget, Ichi's over there. As long as he's in Hawaii, Akane-san's in good hands.
Placing your bets on Kasuga-kun, are we? Sounds like you trust him.
Something like that. But with him on the job, I can focus on the real work I gotta do.
Real work? And that would be...
Putting Ebina's fake plan into action. I'm gonna see the Second Great Dissolution through.
Huh?
But if I have any hope of doing that, I need to know Ebina's true motive.
Motive for what?
The waste management business he's running with Polycana. It has something to do with nuclear reactors. Specifically, the waste these reactors pump out.
What?
Nuclear waste? As in from power plants?
Yeah. On one end, there's spent fuel rods, which can still be repurposed and weaponized. Without strict protocols in place, they could easily fall into the wrong hands. On the other end, there's dirt, water, concrete, equipment, and what have you that end up getting contaminated. These are considered low-level radioactive waste, and while they're not as deadly, there's a lot of it. And with Japan dragging its heels in the decommissioning process, we're left with mountains of waste that'll remain toxic for centuries. The best they can do is silo it off in temporary storage facilities and hope a solution arises in the future.
Oh yeah, I hear about that on the news every now and again. No matter where they try to build these facilities, the locals always fight against it.
That's precisely what Polycana honed in on. For over 20 years, they've been stashing nuclear waste from around the globe on their private island. You know it as.
Nelly Island, right? According to Polycana, that's paradise. A reward for only the chosen.
Yeah. Real fitting, isn't it?
Using sacred ground to hide away toxic waste. Bryce has a real sense of humor.
Also, the fee they charge for processing the waste isn't cheap. And I'm sure Ebina gets a nice cut. But beyond that, I still don't know where all our ex-Yakuza factor in. My guess is they're needed for loading and transport.
So that's it then. Ebina's yet another money-hungry maniac. Now, I know I shouldn't say this, but hear me out for a second. If Polycana's willing to bear the brunt of Japan's nuclear waste problem, in spite of all the issues, isn't it a win for the country?
From what I understand, each country's responsible for its own nuclear waste. How does Ebina plan on going around the law?
Well, he won't have to if they loosen regulations. Politicians, bureaucrats, and investors are all waiting to jumpstart the nuclear industry in Japan. And to keep the money flowing, they'd build even more reactors if they could. And naturally, they'd also welcome any waste disposal method that seems convenient. So if one day you hear the TV saying how the government wants to ship its waste offshore, that means they've already started trying to sway public opinion. And eventually, a change in legislation will follow.
Wow, that's insane, right? There's a chance Ebina and Polycana could legally be in the clear. If only it weren't the Yakuza and a cult, I might have just took it and shrugged. Sorry if this sounds biased, but there has to be an ulterior motive somewhere.
There absolutely is.
In other words, you're sticking with Ebina to figure out that motive.
Yes.
You say that, but did you really need to blow Kiryu-san's cover? You know, on the Tatara channel?
I merely read the script I was given.
Alright.
It's true that for Ebina, the second dissolution might just be a means to an end. However, if Masumi Arakawa were alive, this is something he would have wanted. And if whatever Ebina's planning would subvert that, I'll bring him down from the very foundation.
I see.
When that time comes, I would hope to have the Dragon of Dojima's support. That's why I went through all this, to speak with you.
How could the great dissolution we forged with the Tojo clan and the Omi Alliance crumble like this? People put their lives on the line to open up a path for the future. But all it took was 4 years to fail.
Kiryu-san.
Guess your plans weren't so airtight. As a country, Japan's not exactly kind to those who make mistakes. Far from it, actually. So yeah, these ex-Yakuza had nowhere to turn but Ebina. Getting back on their feet wasn't an option.
No, something's not right. It shouldn't have been like this. This wasn't the plan they told me about. The plan we all believed in.
Sorry, who are they?
The leaders of the Great Dissolution. Daigo Dojima, 6th chairman of the Tojo clan, along with Goro Majima and Taiga Saejima.
Okay, Alter, die Story wird immer krasser, ehrlicherweise. Mit sowas habe ich absolut nicht gerechnet. Mit Atomen, ey. Kapitel 10 abgeschlossen. Eine aussterbende Art. Okay. Geil. Ab geht's. Nächstes Kapitel.
You've made a wise decision, gentlemen. Be it poison of the soul or the soil, trust that Palakana's fires will purify. Let it cleanse your sins and your refuse. You are all now members of my family. In due time, the leaders of your country will unveil a new energy initiative. Finally, your great nuclear reactors will come to life again, enriching us all. Truly, Those fortunate enough to be gathered here will be made prosperous, will be made fat with wealth.
We are in your debt, my generous sage. On behalf of all citizens of Japan, thank you for cleansing our nation. I've spoken to the minister. We're clear to begin reopening the power plants.
My humblest gratitude.
If I may be so bold, you are a ray of silver light that is shone upon our burdened economy. In so many words, a savior.
Let us not forget our silent partner, Ebina-san. We owe this day to you as well. You deserve far more glory than we can offer.
Indeed. You've done a great deal for us, Ebina-san.
You honor me, Chairman. Once my organization is restructured, I look forward to sharing the public eye with you. Till then, I graciously accept your guidance, now and in the future.
Apologies, gentlemen. I fear our time is up. I'm overdue for a ritual with my flock. Farewell.
Good news, Overseer.
What is it?
We secured the girl. She's coming in on the next boat.
And am I supposed to be impressed by this? Had you settled this earlier, I wouldn't have relied on Ebina's help. If ever there comes a day when he uses this against us, it'll be your last, Dwight.
There won't, I swear.
You have all been chosen. Father Bryce has granted you the right of fire. Now, forsake yourself to the flames and save these lowly sinners. Keep going! Their impurities have not been fully purged. They are to be unspoiled, nothing less.
You have made me very proud, my children of Palikana. Even if the world were to collapse into darkness, I'm confident your flames would light the way.
You're still awake? You're no good to her exhausted, you know.
Lonnie!
I'm so sorry, Akane-san. It's all my fault.
Fucking hell. What a sorry sight. Hey. Ah! I don't particularly give a shit if you run out the clock bawling like a child, but remember one thing. Kazuma Kiryu's still out there, and you've let that man down too many times already. He saw something in you. Somehow. Now get up.
You're right. It's time to go.
Start moving then. You've wasted enough time.
Yeah.
Das mit der Brechstange hätte echt nicht sein müssen. Aber somit sind wir wieder zurück in Hawaii. Rede mit der Gruppe. Okay. Als wir Akane-san und Lani gefunden hatten, dachte ich, es wäre endlich alles gut. Und dann haben sie uns alles weggenommen. Ich muss ständig an Hanawa-san und Wong denken. Wir hätten den Schurken die ganze Zeit nur in die Hände gespielt.
Hey.
Ich weiß, dass schon oft dass wir schon oft tief in der Scheiße saßen, Kasuga, aber so tief noch nie. Kann sein, aber es bringt nichts, sich darin zu suhlen. Wir müssen Lani finden. Solange sie noch am Leben sein könnte, müssen wir handeln. Ja, aber wo sollen wir anfangen zu suchen? Wir haben noch keinen einzigen Anhaltspunkt. So. Ich lasse die Barracudas und die Gansoe beobachten. Wenn wir Glück haben, weiß jemand was über die Frau. Okay, wir sollen nach draußen gehen.
Hey, Adachi-san. Is Chi-chan around? Hmm? She was here a while ago.
Shit. You don't think... Could she have bailed on us?
Seriously? Why would she do that now?
This whole time, Eiji's been using her to play us like suckers. Maybe she figured, now that the truth's out, we'd take revenge.
But Chi-chan tried to warn us, didn't she? When Polycana was on their way, she came clean. She has to know she's still one of us.
Well, think of it this way. If Chi-chan had given Eiji up just a few minutes earlier, Lani might still be here. Hanawa-san and Wong might still be alive.
I'm sorry, Kasuga, but Tomi's got a point there. You too, Adachi-san. She must have had a good reason. Chi-chan wouldn't cut and run. I'm sure she's still around here somewhere. Chi-chan? Damn it, there's no answer.
Chitose, her name was? I just got a report in. She took off on her own a while ago.
Chi-chan?
Matter of fact, she swiped one of our pistols on the way out.
Huh?
That takes skill. My men know how to keep them under lock and key.
Yamai, when did Chi-chan leave? Do you know?
We clocked the piece missing just now. Girl must have left half an hour ago at least.
Die ist ganz merkwürdig.
She be going after Lani on her own?
No way in hell.
That's not what my gut's saying. She's going after them. Eiji and Polycana. She must know where they are. We can't let her! Chi-chan will get herself killed! Let's move, now!
Hey, wait! Hold on a minute. Chi-chan may know where she's going, but we don't.
Let's see. Ah ja, Kapitel 11, also ist nicht mehr so viel. Das Kapitel, ja, beziehungsweise, sagen wir mal bis Kapitel 14. Kapitel 14 ist ja, wie gesagt, das Finale. Okay, bevor wir irgendwas überstürzen, brauchen wir einen Plan, oder? Okay, dann würde ich sagen, wir reden nochmal mit der Tattoo-Lady. Kiyo-san? Ja, ich wette, wenn jemand weiß, wo Chi-chan hin wollte, dann sie. Der Plan haut mich nicht unbedingt um, aber etwas anderes haben wir nicht, also los. Okay, sie hat die Gruppe verlassen, weil sie abgehauen ist.
We need to slow down now.
We need to slow down now.
Aloha! Hey there! Aloha!
Komm, wir nehmen alles mit, was geht.
Thank you!
Wir brauchen nämlich Stuff. Oh, warte mal, die können wir auf Dondoku Island einladen. Oh, warte mal, ich glaube, das habe ich schon mal versucht, oder? Liebevoller werden. Okay, stimmt. Als ich schon angefangen habe, mit denen zu sprechen, ist es mir eingefallen, dass wir ja schon mal mit denen gequatscht hatten.
Don't you even dare.
Aloha again, Auntie.
Lonnie's been kidnapped. Akane-san could have been killed?
Guess word travels fast, huh?
What a fool I was, trusting a bunch of blundering punks. I leave them in your care and it all goes to pot? Lord, help me.
Come on, it's not like that. Wait, let us try to make things right. Chitose, do you remember her? Has she been by here?
Why? She finally get fed up with you dimwits? Actually, I think I did see her go by a little while ago.
Please say you know where she was headed.
What? Do I look like a mind reader? I've no clue, and plenty of times passed since.
Yeah, I get it. Chitose's going after AG. That much we can be sure of. Either for payback or to rescue Lonnie. Either way, wherever he is, she'll be.
What's that mean for us?
It means if we find AG, we're bound to run into Chitose too.
No, shit. Well, we don't have any leads on him either.
Well, it's still another way to go. It's something. What do you think, Kasuga?
The Daidoji safe house, maybe? Eichan. He was there the whole time, keeping tabs on her every move. Maybe he left something we could use.
Well, stands to reason. All right, let's give it a shot. The only thing, Lisa probably still working the scene. We'll just, keep our distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be the one to say it. Chichan made this group feel a lot less skeezy. Am I wrong here?
You're not, no. But, it's worse when you call attention to it.
Okay, wir sollten zum Daidoji Safe House. Oh. Warte mal, waren wir hier schon mal?
Aloha!
Oh, Sachen. Ah, so ein bisschen teuer. Ja, wobei es geht. Wir haben eigentlich mehr als genug Geld. Oh. Komm, die Schuhe kaufen wir noch einmal. Für ihn. Dann. Komm, Ichiban kriegt das hier. Den Hut kriegt er auch. Bei Adachi kriegt den Hut auch. Komm, alle drei kriegen einfach die ganzen Sachen. Will mich jetzt mal nicht so haben. Das bringt ja allen was, deswegen. Why not? Nein. Fuck, was habe ich gemacht?
Thank you.
Ah, Kacke. Warte. Ausrüstung. So, ja, wieso kann ich hier jetzt nicht optimierte machen? Ah, okay, so. So ist gut. Okay. So, ich glaube, es ist ein bisschen entfernt, ne? Oh yes. Ja, wir nehmen Taxi. Also, warte. Die App, die Taxi-App, wo ist die? Smartphone hier. So. Wir haben immer noch genug Geld. 13.000 $. Ist nicht gerade wenig. Deswegen, ja, das sollte passen. I think so. Oh. Immer noch alles gesperrt.
We were right to bolt from here when we did. The police sure moved fast on this one.
Yeah, I'd say they've already carried out the bodies. Either way, we're not getting any closer.
Ichiban, if they catch wind of you, it's over. No passport, and now no Kiryu-san or Daidoji faction to back you.
Really? Are you quite sure of that?
You guys!
Whoa, who's this? You know him?
Perhaps you don't remember us. We served Hanawise as elite aides. During the attack, we were procuring Akane-san's plane. We had no idea what was coming. We're aware of what happened thanks to the safe house's surveillance camera. Eiji Mitamura was a Polycana operative, it seems.
This seems so... about Hanawa-san and everything.
You needn't say anything. His death wasn't your fault, Kasuga-san. Mitamura played his hand well and outwitted us all. We knew that Hawaii would be unfamiliar territory, yet we came short-staffed. Our focus on Palikana left us vulnerable to certain flanks. This was a miscalculation on the part of our superiors. We'll report it as such.
Well, jeez.
We are fully aware that, if not for you, Akane-san would still be missing or dead. Hanawa died believing in our organization and this mission.
If you say so. But it's not that easy for me to believe I wasn't partly responsible. Hope you get that. That's why I'm still involved here.
Believe me, we know your psych profile. We'd like to offer you our assistance.
What's that mean?
Let's find a better place to speak. AG Mitamura is in our sights now. We've much more intelligence than before. I'd like to share our findings with your party. Should prove useful.
What do you have in mind?
Perhaps Kiryu-san's old hotel room would serve? I trust you remember it. Our group will head there first. We shouldn't be seen traveling together.
Wie sie davon
They're
stolzieren.
pretty polite for a bunch of lizard people.
Hanawa must have raised them right.
Okay, we should go.
Okay, we shall go. Und da sind sie despawned. Zu Kiryus Hotel. Komm. Oh, warte mal. Soll ich mal wirklich riskieren, da lang zu gehen? Okay, geht nicht. Ist einfach eine Mauer. Schnauze. Keine Zeit für euch. Lasst mich in Ruhe. Nerv nicht. Weiß und fertig. Das habe ich gesehen aus dem Augenwinkel. Ey. Komm, einmal Milk grabben können wir. Regenbogen, oder? Was? Oder? Egal. Boah, wahrscheinlich. Ey, warte mal, da ist ein Koffer. Für zum Flanscher. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob ich hier schon mal geguckt hatte. Ah, okay. Ich brauche halt noch den Job. Modifizierte Brandgranate. Wir zahlen mal alles ein. Sicher ist sicher. Falls wir auf die Fresse kriegen. Dass alles noch wenigstens an Ort und Stelle ist. Okay, das ist die Revolve-Bar. Schnauze. Charisma. Schon richtig viele Leute angesprochen. Oh! Alter, das war knapp. Fast angefahren. Fast wäre ich angefahren worden. Mein Gott. Oh, warte mal. Ah, Kacke.
Aloha!
Hier ist alles nichts Gutes.
Thank you!
Surfing, huh? One fad that always seems to come and go. Just like the waves.
Wow, have you ever gone surfing, Adachi-san?
Sure have. Did my damn best, too. All to woo a woman at the beach. Reality wasn't kind, though. That summer fling was over before it started. She burst my open.
Oh, Kurzschwert. Kann das jemand verwenden? Bezweifelt's aber. Ups. Ja, war klar. Muss eigentlich mal wieder zur Werkstatt.
Forcing yourself to be a poet or something? I mean, I even tried talking to her like this, just kept waxing poetic. It's a shame it didn't work out.
Ever thought that was why? All right.
Alter, mit dem haben wir fast gar nichts, ey. Das ist krass, hätte ich nicht gedacht. aber okay.
We've been waiting for you. Come in.
I'm curious. When Kiryu-san got here, were you the ones who booked the room?
Yes, we arranged it. We were aware of Kiryu-san's condition, but once again underestimated the dangers he would face. Initially, Akane-san's procurement was our sole and simple objective.
Yeah, but in that case, your mission would be accomplished by now. Akane-san's at Yamai's place as we speak. You could just grab her.
Indeed. Why don't you have a seat? This may take some time to explain. To put it briefly, Daidoji's plans now extend beyond Akane-san herself. Polycana's actions have illuminated certain aspects of the mission which were otherwise obscured. That is, Akane-san's charge, the girl Lani, is Polycana's true target.
So Daidoji faction, Yamai's gang, it's all the same story.
Excuse me?
Yamai was chasing Akane-san without any idea why, just like you. All over Hawaii, people were hunting Akane-san just because they knew someone else was too. Everyone, desperate for a little more pull underground or a one-up on their enemies.
I understand. From your perspective, we may seem all too similar. Except, we have always known why Akane-san was sought after by Polycana. It was no mere spurious chase.
What's it all about then?
This information is not to be uttered outside of this room. Polycana has negotiated a backroom deal with our government.
Oh, have they now? And so, you can do better than that.
Nuclear power is returning, and as for radioactive waste involved, Polycana has offered to dispose of it.
What?
We've been told Nele Island, their nerve center, possesses the facilities to see it buried. Polycana was able to coordinate this arrangement thanks to one man, Ebina, of the Seiryu clan.
Ebina? Seriously?
Waste is the ultimate quandary for any nuclear society. Reactors can pose more harm than good because of it. Considering that, Ebina and Polycana represented a true godsend. The men at the top couldn't be happier, of course. They could restart the generators, construct new plants, even export them to smaller nations for massive profit. However, the Daidoji faction knows when something is too good to be true. We are certain there's some sort of pitfall lying in wait here.
Okay, a pitfall? What do you mean?
We're not sure. The only people who would know for certain are the ones who offered the deal. To understand Polycana's true intentions, superficial negotiations will not suffice. We have to dissect them. And the only way to manage that is with the proper bait.
So they're just bait to you? Akane-san and Lani?
Yes. The Daidoji faction has seen fit to share that with us under the circumstances. Hanawa's death was unusually blindsiding.
So give it to us straight. You Daidoji guys. You're like actual evil masterminds.
We are a shadow power in Japan. That said, the shadows aren't what they once were.
So why come to Hawaii and play proxy war with Polycana? It can't just be as simple as stopping a bad deal.
You misunderstand us entirely. Our interests lie solely in the prosperity of Japan. We simply place our focus on long-term planning rather than short-term profit. Polycana's waste disposal is unlikely as secure as they claim, nor worth what they'd siphon from our taxes. When the future comes, what sort of country will our children inherit? That's the question every patriot must answer honestly.
Huh. Spoken like a true man in black.
I've got a question. Assuming we get Lani back, what would be your next move?
Just as before, we would escort her out of Polycana's reach. We still have our aircraft prepared.
Okay. In that case, let's say that right now, our goals are the same. Keeping Akane-san and Lani from Polycana's hands.
Certainly. Only one impediment. The man who betrayed us for the enemy.
Yeah, H-Chan. You said before, you found out more about him?
Eiji Mitamura. Surprisingly, that's actually his real name. Started out as a political reporter for the Toto Post.
H-Chan worked at a paper?
Indeed. Until his abrupt termination 5 years ago, after he was found guilty for vehicular assault.
Some kind of hit and run?
Seemingly. However, Mitamura insisted he was framed by Yakuza in his testimony. He specifically named the Arakawa family, saying they were colluding with the police commissioner.
What?
Apparently, he'd been on their case for some time, picking up evidence of corruption. Mitamura was good enough at his job to be considered a threat. And so, he had to be silenced. So, after another long, exhausting day on the beat, our reporter was driving home when... Suddenly, a pedestrian steps in front of his car.
And AG says it was the Arakawa family setting him up.
No real proof, of course. Then the car's EDR footage was examined in court. The victim was moving erratically. Even so, there's still nothing conclusive there. And when the victim denied any connection to Arakawa, it was the final nail. Fortunately, with only minor injuries sustained, it was ruled a fairly slight driver's error. He got off with a fine of a few 100,000 yen. However, his public reputation was another matter.
Supposing the Arakawas really were behind the accident. Regardless of the verdict, they got what they were after the moment it happened. He said AG had no proof. Why do I feel like you know there's more to it?
Even if the Arakawa family planned the incident, Masumi Arakawa's involvement is doubtful at best. No single reporter, however much noise they're making, would draw the Patriarch's attention. That said, Joe Sawashiro is another matter entirely. We would have to admit, this seems quite like his handiwork.
Well, if it's really true, then AG and I have way more in common than I'd have thought. Mafia, Yakuza, whatever. We both had our lives fucked by these people.
All right, so where does AG go from there?
After being let go from the post, he decided to take up a new cause. A non-profit organization, Bleach Japan.
H-Chan?
No way. He threw in with those bastards?
The Arakawa family had cost him everything. Yakuza abolitionists like Bleach Japan must have seemed quite noble. Hardly difficult to see why he turned to them. Mitamura flourished within their network. Ryo Aoki quickly took notice of him, gave him leadership over the entire Tokyo metropolis.
Wasn't Kume the head of the Yokohama branch? That's some trick of fate, huh, Kasuga?
Yeah. One thing, though. So if H-Chan hates Yakuza as much as he seems to, why would he work with Ebina? Does he actually buy into the whole second dissolution story?
That's about the only reason that makes sense, given what we're hearing. A guy's so desperate for payback on the Yakuza. He'll help another Yakuza take them down.
Hold on, you really think so? AG's a true believer in the dissolution. Okay, maybe, but the things he's done? Helping the Mafia kidnap a little girl? I can't imagine crossing those lines for revenge.
Well, maybe you're less alike than you think.
H-Chan will just have to give us answers himself.
All right, on. So what's next? Ebina recruits AG, who takes Chitose's channel over?
Once a reporter, always a reporter? Or a gossipy VTuber in this case.
And now, the channel's practically Ebina's mouthpiece.
Mitamura is likewise Ebina's proxy in Hawaii. Polycona's support strengthens him considerably. Lonnie is the key here. Without her, we fail. Kiryu-san's legacy, Hanawa's sacrifice, all will amount to nothing.
Yeah, no shit, but we're still dead in the water over here.
Ah! Chi-chan sent me a text!
Whoa, what'd she say?
It's just a picture. Looks like some kind of bar? She just took it. Think Chi-chan wants us to meet her there?
Could that be where AG's holed up?
Tell me, any chance you know this place? Please say you do.
Oh yeah,
Don't worry, I got this.
Shit, yeah!
Kasuga-san, do you believe Lonnie's there as well?
Better get there fast. Find out.
Thanks, guys!
Hanawa-san, I hope your faith in them proves wise.
Ich habe das Gefühl, das ist eine falsche Fährte. Was heißt falsche Fährte? Dass wir hinters Licht geführt werden wahrscheinlich wieder. Okay, das auf dem Foto ist der Club Guilty. Das Problem ist nur, der liegt in der Nähe von District 5, also im Revier der Barracudas. Da müssen wir einfach vorsichtig sein, oder Kasuga? Ich sag's ungern, aber möglicherweise versucht Chitose wieder uns reinzulegen. Genau, das denke ich nämlich auch. Wir müssen uns auf alles gefasst machen. That's right. Geht zum Guilty Club. So. Okay, der ist nicht weit. Wir laufen da mal hin. Können ein paar Props einsammeln. Ein paar Objekte. Farming ist hier sehr, sehr wichtig. Warte, kann ich jetzt mit ihr was machen? Ich habe schon wieder vergessen. Ne, nur befreundet, okay. Überall stehen hier die Sachen rum. Ach, wir haben ja auch noch das Segway. Ganz vergessen. Komm, wir nehmen das Segway, auch wenn wir da die Batterien bald mal aufladen müssten. Ja, Augen auf im Straßenverkehr, vor allem wenn man in die falsche Fahrtrichtung fährt. Vorsicht! Das Ding konnte man auch tunen, glaube ich, ne? Oh, warte mal, hier ist doch was. Das will ich einsammeln. Ja, fahr die Leute erstmal um. Hundefutter. So, da vorne ist schon der Club. Ich sehe den schon. Von hier. Hey, ich hab dich doch gegrüßt, Junge. Mann, ich bin müde. Ein Wachmacher. Komm, hier. Können die auch, wenn es teuer ist, wahrscheinlich. Spricht eure Tochter gerade mit mir? Passt mal lieber auf eure Tochter ein bisschen auf. Ach nee, keine Zeit jetzt für dich. Junge Dame. Oh, warte mal. Da vorne kann ich Segway laden. Dann machen wir das doch mal. Anpassen. Warte mal, habe ich was Neues freigeschaltet? Ne, habe ich nicht. Okay. Muss halt alles noch freischalten oder mir irgendwo kaufen. Ich weiß es ehrlicherweise gerade nicht mehr, wie das funktioniert. Oh, ich wollte auch noch aufladen, das habe ich vergessen. Machen wir sofort. Oh, warte, hier liegt auch noch was. So. Laden. Ach, ich habe gar kein Geld dabei. Ah, shit. Egal. Halb so schlimm. Machen wir einfach beim nächsten Mal. Oh, da ist ein Wauwau. Den geben wir doch mal ein bisschen was zu futtern. Sehr schön. So, wir sind gleich da. Okay, Freunde, aber ich würde sagen... Nein! Oh, ich wollte gerade sagen...
Right here, Ichiban.
Egal.
Club Guilty. Supposedly, it's one of the most exorbitant clubs in Hawaii. And seedy as hell.
I wonder what's going down.
Chichan's calling. Can you hear us? It's me. You okay, Chichan?
I was searching for Eiji. It was the only way I could think to make amends to you all.
You don't owe us amends. We can do this together. Just
Please, listen to me. AG is inside. In Club Guilty, all the way in the back. A VIP table. He's drinking, laughing. There's polygana everywhere.
Okay, gotcha. Chichan, are you inside?
Yeah.
We're on our way. Let's do this as a team. Achan's ours. We'll get Lonnie back too.
There's no time. And what are you saying? We're not on the same team. I betrayed you. AG manipulated you with my help. If you come after me, I might have to kill you too.
Don't you remember what I said to you back in District 5? Chichan, nothing's changed since then. I made the decision to trust you. That was my choice. No regrets. Believe me, everything's gonna be okay.
Never doubt this man's heart, girl.
Hang in there, Chichan. Tell her I said we're coming.
For God's sake, Tony. On speaker.
Okay. See you inside.
Okay.
Ich weiß nicht so richtig, was ich davon halten soll. Aber gut, Freunde. Ja, ich würde sagen, bevor jetzt gleich wieder eine lange Story-Sequenz losgeht, würde ich sagen, war es das erstmal für diese Folge. Wenn es euch bis hierhin gefallen hat und ihr Interesse habt, wie es weitergeht, dann lasst mir doch sehr, sehr gerne ein Like, ein Abo und einen Kommentar da, um nichts mehr zu verpassen. Und kleine Eigenwerbung an dieser Stelle. Wenn ihr Kanalmitglied werden wollt, dann könnt ihr das sehr gerne tun. Ihr habt unter anderem exklusiv die Chance, 7 Tage im Voraus alle Videos zu sehen, die in der nachfolgenden Woche veröffentlicht werden. Ja, und noch kleine andere Goodies, aber das ist, glaube ich, mit das, was am meisten die Leute interessiert. Aber ja, gut. Ich würde sagen, wir sehen uns dann an dieser Stelle in der nächsten Folge. Bis dahin, Leute, macht's gut, haut rein und ciao!